Welcome back to the channel. An extension of time has been approved. The project has finished late. And now the big question. How much can the employer recover in liquidated damages? Today we calculate LD after an EOT, properly, from scratch all the way to submission. And we'll cover exactly which supporting documents you need to make it stand up. Here's the plan. First, what liquidated damages actually are underfitted, that the golden rule where the EOT must be settled before you touch any LD. We'll walk the calculation step by step with the full worked example. Look at the cap, and when it changes the answer, go through the supporting documents you submitted, just add a figure, and finish with this make a route through subclauses 2.5 and 3.5. This is the Red Book, 1999. So, what are liquidated damages? Under FIDIC they're called delay damages, and they live in subclause 8.7. They are a pre-agreed sum the contractor pays for finishing late. Both the rate, per day or per week, and the maximum amount are fixed in the contract data at the start. The beauty of that is the employer doesn't have to prove any actual loss. The figure was agreed in advance. And note this, delay damages are usually the employer's only remedy for late completion, and they are capped. Hold on to that cap, it matters later. Now the golden rule. And if you take one thing from this video, take this. Liquidated damages apply only to culpable delay. That is, delay that is genuinely the contractor's fault. Any excusable delay, the can that earns an extension, must first be stripped out by the EOT. So you settle the EOT first, which moves the completion date later, and then liquidated damages run only from that new, extended date. Never ever calculate LDs against the original completion date. Deducting money before the EOT is resolved is the single most common and most disputed mistake in the whole process. That gives us 4 dates to pin down. The original completion date from the contract data. The approved EOT for the engine is the termination. The extended completion date, which is simply the original plus the EOT. Let's now do the calculation itself in 6 clean steps from the contract all the way to the final number. Step 1. Fix the original completion date. You start from the time for completion stated in the contract data, measured from the commencement date under subclause 8.1. That gives you the original completion date before any extension. In our example, that's the 31st of December 2024. This is your starting line, and everything else is measured against it. Step 2. Apply the approved EOT. Take the extension the engineer has actually determined under subclauses 8.4 and 3.5 and add it to the original date to get the extended completion date. And be careful here, use only the days that were awarded, not the days that were claimed. 30 days approved gives us an extended date of the 30th of January 2025. If the EOT is still in dispute, your LD figure is only provisional. Resolve the extension, or you risk over-deducting. Step 3. Establish actual completion. The completion date that counts is the one written on the taking over certificate, issued by the engineer under subclause 10.1. It states the date the works were actually completed and taken over. In our example, that's the 14th of February 2025. Use the certificate, not the contractor's own assertion that they finished. Step 4. Measure the culpable delay. This is actual completion minus the extended completion date. From the 30th of January to the 14th of February is 15 days. Steps 5 and 6 give us the number. Step 5. Liquidated damages equal the culpable delay times the LD rate. 15 days at 50,000 dirhams a day is 750,000 dirhams. Step 6. Test that against the cap in the contract data. Here the cap is 10% of a 60 million dirham contract. So 6 million or 750,000 is comfortably below that 6 million cap. So the full amount stands. But watch what the cap does when the delay is severe. Suppose the culpable delay were 150 days instead of 15. 150 days at 50,000 is 7.5 million dirhams. But the cap is 6 million, so the liquidated damages payable are limited to 6 million, not 7.5. Once LDs reach the cap, no more accrue, no matter how long the delay runs. Always test against that maximum before you certify anything. So that's the number. But a number on its own means nothing if it's challenged. Let's look at the documents that prove it. Here's the core document pack you submit with the LD. Then a second layer, the documents that prove the delay is genuinely the contractors. A delay analysis, comparing S-Bland against S-Built, or a time impact analysis. A concurrency assessment that excludes any employer cause periods. The correspondence and notices that form the contemporaneous record. The employer's notice of claim under sub-clause 2.5. And the engineer's determination under 3.5. It's the delay analysis, above all, that turns a raw subtraction of dates into a defensible, contractor attributable figure. Now the submission route, the order you actually do this in. 1. Settle the EOT so the extended completion date is final. 2. Fix actual completion from the taking over certificate under 10.1. 3. Compute the LD delay times rate, then test the cap. 4. The employer gives notice of the claim under sub-clause 2.5 as soon as practicable. 5. The engineer determines the amount under 3.5, consulting both parties and making a fair assessment. And 6. The amount is deducted or certified against the payment certificate. Follow that sequence and the deduction is properly grounded. Let's flag where LD claims fall apart, so you can avoid it. Deducting liquidated damages before the EOT is finalized, ignoring the cap and over-certifying, failing to give the 2.5 notice, which can cost the employer the right to claim altogether, and not apportioning concurrent delay. Notice that most LD disputes are really about the arithmetic. They are about the EOT, the notice, and concurrency. Get those three right, and the number defends itself. Let's bring it together in 6 lines. Liquidated damages are pre-agreed delay damages under subclause 8.7. Settle the EOT first because LDs are only from the extended date. Culpable delay times the rate gives the LD. Then you apply the cap. Every date must trace to a document. The contact data, the EOT award, the taking over certificate. Prove attribution with a proper delay analysis and submit it through the 2.5 notice and the 3.5 determination. Do it in that order and your LD claim stands up. If this helped, subscribe, and next time we'll build the delay analysis that sits behind it.